Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the football betting series here on YouTube, UEFA Edition. Last week was not great. We started off in the Champions League by winning our first two bets, but we let things down in the Europa League and the Conference League, losing both of those games. That does mean our UEFA record looks like this: 2 wins, 2 losses, minus £18 and 60 pence. Carlo Ancelotti is not best pleased. However, in the month of February, 14 wins, 7 losses for a profit of £73 and 20 pence, and our overall record of 22 wins, 10 losses, and we're still up £138. So, sometimes you hit these bumps in the road, but overall we're going in the right direction. Without further ado, let's get into the picks for this week, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of February. We kick things off in the Champions League as PSV host Borussia Dortmund, and PSV demolished 17th place Volendam in their most recent game by 5 goals to 1. They spread the play incredibly well, seeing 5 different players get on the score sheet in that game, and that victory means that PSV are now unbeaten in their last 3 matches. PSV reached this round of the Champions League by finishing second place in Group B behind Arsenal and ahead of Lens. They proved an incredibly difficult side to beat, only losing one group game with an overall record of 2 wins, 3 draws, and just the one defeat. The away side, Borussia Dortmund, dispatched Freiburg with relative ease in their most recent 3-0 victory at the Signal Iduna Park. Füllkrug added a third goal to Marlen's first half double for a convincing win. This means that Dortmund have now won 4 of their last 5 league games since returning from the winter break, and they're also unbeaten in each of their last 8 games in all competitions. Dortmund reached this round in the competition by topping Group F, dubbed the Group of Death, by getting the better of AC Milan, PSG, and Newcastle. Now, both of these sides are on unbeaten run and have performed well lately in the Champions League. However, this success has been very much built on offensive firepower and not any defensive acumen. PSV, for example, have kept only 1 clean sheet in their 6 group games, and domestically have seen both teams to score in 43% of league games, including 4 of their last 5 Eredivisie games. Similarly, Borussia Dortmund have a 62% record when it comes to both teams to score in the Bundesliga. In the Champions League, this has come less frequently in only 2 of the 6 games. However, there are defensive vulnerabilities that an elite attacking side like PSV can exploit. I think with a home tie at PSV, it gives them a great chance to get on the scoreboard in this one, especially when you consider they have a 100% record when it comes to scoring at home this season. That combined with Dortmund's depth in attack and goal-scoring quality like Füllkrug, Marlen, Haller, and Adeyemi, I think Dortmund have a good chance to get on the scoreboard as well, despite the game being away from home. Both teams to score is the bet for me in this one, for a full stake. We're going to stick with the Champions League in our second selection as Porto play host to Arsenal, and Porto lost their most recent game by 3 goals to 2 against Arouca. They conceded in the first minute and ended the game with 10 men, in what was a very subpar performance from the Portuguese side. In fact, this result snapped an 8-game unbeaten streak since their loss to Sporting. Now, Porto qualified from this round by finishing second place in Group H, losing out on the top spot to Barcelona due to an inferior head-to-head record. Despite this, Porto have scored an impressive 15 goals in the 6 group stage matches, one of the better records in the tournament. The away side Arsenal, they topped Group B with a strong 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat record. Additionally, Arsenal beat Porto's goal tally, scoring 16 goals in the group stage. Form-wise, Arsenal have ripped off 4 wins on the bounce, scoring an average of 4 goals in each game, and I'd imagine that's going to be 5 games after this weekend as they play Burnley. In summary, Arsenal are in a purple patch right now and simply look unplayable. With Porto sitting third place in the Portuguese league, they've shown very much this season that they can beat up on the smaller sides in the division, but they have come unstuck playing teams that rank higher than them. Arsenal should have a slightly easier task on their hand playing Burnley at the weekend prior to this game. Securing 3 points there will be a massive boost to confidence. It's not the hardest game they could have had coming into this one, so I think they're going to come into this game high on confidence and on really strong form as well. I'm going to be taking Arsenal to win the game in 90 minutes for a full stake in bet number 2. In light of last week's record with both the Europa League and the Conference League, I've decided to take a step back from those picks. None of the ties are set up in a way which really makes sense for me, and I'm struggling to find value. So I could try and force a pick here, but that wouldn't be very responsible of me. So no picks in the second and third divisions of Europe. So it's just going to be the two Champions League picks this week. So there we have it, just the two selections in today's episode. Starting off on the Tuesday, PSV versus Dortmund. We're backing both teams to score at odds of 1.61. £30 stake to return £18 and 30 pence. We follow that up on the Wednesday with Porto hosting Arsenal. We're backing the away side at odds of 1.78. A full stake of £30 returns 23.40. So across those two games, we're going to be risking £60 to hopefully pick up as much as £41 and 70 pence. Will we do so? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to tune into next episode. But if you have made it to this point in the video, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. And as always, have yourself a lovely day.